Well, I'm here in the Land Rover Experience enclosure, and from the look of some of the very steep hills that we're going to be going up, oh my goodness, I'm not quite sure exactly what the experience is going to be, but Stuart from Land Rover is going to take us around, and I'm sure it's going to be very safe. Right then, here we go. Stuart, let me shake your hand first of all. Thanks very much for taking us around. Myself and the crew are putting our lives in your hands and the hands of this very, very nice Land Rover. Just tell us a bit about the car before we set off.
Okay, this is a Discovery 3.
Okay.
It has a 2.7 turbo diesel V6 engine on board, and it's just road standard, just how you would buy it off the showroom.
It is. There's nothing special about this one.
No, we don't do anything special to them, just how they are.
Fantastic. Well, look, I think it's our go in the queue. Lead us around your merry trail, and we'll see how we get on. Lead the way. Now, some of these, I mean, hopefully at home you'll be able to kind of tell exactly how steep it is, but it really looks kind of impossible.
Just see if we
Got a floating wheel ahead of us.
Sneak in there while it's hanging.
Now this is obviously all about control and not about speed.
Oh, it certainly is, yeah.
Right. Now we're not going to fly off the end. This does actually tip down.
There we're going. Yes, I'll go up here a little way and then we'll come to a stop. Then the bridge will actually tip us over to a 30-degree angle.
30 degrees?
30 degrees.
So there's stuff going on the screen here telling us what's happening.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So 30 degrees doesn't sound very much, does it? But
30 degrees doesn't stand. No. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. This is only 30 degrees.
This is only 30 degrees, yeah.
I can almost touch the ground if I put my hand up the window. I'm not going to, but how on earth are we not tipping over?
It's a mixture of a lot of things involved with the vehicle, suspension, the chassis setup, the weight distribution and things like that. So,
fantastic. So it's all the weight is obviously quite low.
It is, yeah.
That is amazing.
It will quite happily do 35 degrees. So
really? Even more? Very smooth, very controlled, brilliant. Now ahead of us is a rather steep hill. Kind of looks like a vertical wall. How steep is this one?
This is 35 degrees.
So this is even
incline.
Oh my
The incline is 35 degrees. The descent on the other side is only 25 degrees. It's not quite as steep to go down.
Oh my goodness. It looks like a vertical wall. Now, what about if this was... Now, this is obviously a nice kind of... It feels like we're in a rocket or something. Now, this is obviously a nice kind of solid metal track. Could this do a same hill covered in mud or grass? Would it?
It all comes down to traction. So if it has enough traction, it will climb.
It would sit right.
And then I'm going to allow the hill descent control to carry us down this side.
Oh my goodness! Now your feet are completely off the pedals. So how does it control that?
Hill descent control uses the ABS braking system.
Okay.
To maintain the speed of the vehicle at the set speed limit for each gear.
Wow. Okay.
So depending on which gear you're in will depend on how fast you will actually descend the hill.
Right. I see. What are we going to do here?
Okay, we're going to go up this side slightly, and then I'm going to turn across to the right and run the front wheel along the front of along the top.
Now I don't know if you can see here, but we've got kind of some flashing lights. What are they?
Those are our electronic lift locks.
Okay.
The car's brain, if you like, senses when it needs a little bit of assistance.
Okay.
And it will lock the differentials just to aid with traction.
Fantastic. And just to remind you, this is kind of standard as you buy in the shop.
Yes, that's a standard, yeah.
Brilliant.
I don't know whether you can see, but the wheel, there's a red light flashing just there at the front on that front wheel.
Just there.
It's telling me that that wheel on the front on the left-hand side is actually off the ground at the moment.
That's off the ground. So we got kind of floating out in the air.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. Right, we've got one last obstacle to get across. Does this have some kind of name?
Called the walking steps.
The walking steps.
Yes. Just makes each wheel individually come off the ground.
Wow.
And if I can get it right in the middle, we should be able to balance on two wheels, or two opposite wheels.
If you can get it right. Right, I see. Okay. All right then. Filling us with confidence.
Yeah. Exactly. As you can see, the wheel articulation there on the side, with the wheels coming up and down as they go along.
Just as we're coming down that one, we're going up this one.
Yeah. So there's two lights flashing there now, just tell us that there's actually two wheels off the ground.
So we're only on two wheels right now.
That's correct.
And we're not rocking, it's not a seesaw, it's very
We're just
controlled.
going to tip over gently onto the side.
Fantastic. Even with the bumps, it's still a very comfy ride.
It certainly is, yeah.
And safely back on terra firma. Well, Stuart, thank you very much. Very well driven. We're all still alive, but I think I might need a cup of coffee.